Today is day 1 of Masters Madrid, and we have 2 matches today, Karmine Corp vs FPX, and Geng vs Loud. This is the Swiss stage of the tournament, so teams will have to win 2 games to advance to playoffs, or are eliminated from the tournament if they lose to. The first match today is between Karmine Corp and FPX. KC were definitely the favourites coming into this one, as they pretty dominantly won EMEA, meanwhile FPX are the second seed team coming out of China. The maps for this series are Icebox for FPX, Lotus for Karmine Corp, and then Sunset as the decider. Looking at the agents for Icebox, FPX are running a Reyna, which is pretty crazy. Other noteworthy picks here include the Sage for KC, where teams are running a Gecko, and FPX have an Omen in the mix as well. Here are some of the highlights from Icebox.
The rate, flash over the top, it's going to be going straight through the gap at the top there. Good connection, Martin willing to take the fight, the transfer damage, done but no kill. In fact, that's all life here, just leading the charge for the rest of his team. Is there only going to be clean up onto Shin eventually?
Very weak.
12 seconds, and yeah, life is weak. Pops the ult off. Might be able to get something going with this one. At least needs one more kill for it. Nobody watching. There it is. Healed back up. Needs to get the plan down. 4 seconds. Taps. Force it into the 1v1. It's the only win condition for life, and time is born and played.
Yeah, Magnum said, quote, if I had to rate FPX in terms of macro, I think they have a lot of gaps. And then he said, but it's Valorant. Anyone can lose. Martin, under pressure, though.
Yep, Dizzy in his face, though. It does fade away. He's just absolutely caught a timing still. Autumn will shut down a counterpart. Damage done, but no kill collected. Smokes at some point surely going to be fading. How are they going to get this spike down? They really don't have any options or tools, but there we go.
That's a huge one.
Yep, a gap available with that op drop down. Autumn picks it up. Acquiring that upgrade. Now we can really just see if he can hunt for any more sort of kills. Now, this is a player advantage for FPX. Question is now, how do Karmine Corp approach it? Dizzy, round to the back along with the molly. Players all over the place. Thrash to lead the charge. Entertainment there. Shin round to the side, but doesn't expect Berlin. And there it is. Okay, a round on the board for FPX.
They've actually abandoned it very early, though, Brent.
I mean, the Dizzy. Surely you collect the kills. Berlin gets 3.
That's wild.
Get the hell out of here. Dealing with the util single-handedly. I mean, the man was basically alone. And now, how do you clear this one out? Lee Saw to the side, lovely peek, off with the Dizzy. That is a slam dunk finish.
They've clearly got what it takes to be able to bring the game to Karmine Corp. But this is giving me flashbacks of the finals they played in VCT, where they arguably should have beaten EDG, and they let so many of those advantages slip through their fingers. Here comes Ayang with the play again.
He's got a flash out in his hand, still gets 1 kill. Maybe setting up Autumn for a bit of success, but no, everybody cleaned up. Karmine Corp not even kicking with 3 of their players. Just got to try and hunt out where is life. Healed up now, not letting anything slip. Thrash there, connects, detained. Humiliation time on the grand stage. It's going to be their aim. Tucked to the corner, that's life. Avoiding the initial flash across from the ropes. Not accurate enough to win that fight out, but Dismiss in towards the back now. Underneath rafters, plenty more players ready to try and fight him. Target-rich environment. Take your pick, take your time, son, because this is you lighting the world on fire. Live with the ace.
Icebox ended up looking pretty weird on the scoreline. Karmine got out to a 7-round lead before FPX won 7 in a row to tie it up, and then KC won every remaining round except for Life's ace. It felt like pretty often, especially on defense, FPX would have the numbers advantage but then just get too aggressive and end up losing rounds that they probably shouldn't have. Life did end up making the Reyna look viable, but ultimately it was Karmine Corp taking Icebox 13-7. Map 2 is Karmine's pick of Lotus, and looking at the agents here, KC are running a Killjoy while FPX have a Chamber. Here are some of the highlights from Lotus.
Call is made. Paranoia, Dizzy, everything offloaded all together. Shin is really in dire straits. He needs some help from the rest of his team. Dodging and juking side to side. How does he get the 1 kill eventually? Falling. Backing away here. Narrate realizing he has to respect this one. Doesn't want to toss away his life. Wants to play for the full retake with the rest of his team now. Plant. Actually denied there. That's a perfect placement of the nade, yeah. And a kill.
I mean, if anyone was going to go down, and I thought it would be Autumn on 30 health, but Lysol just tanks it. Maybe not hearing that in the moment.
The rate, despite the fact that he's spamming down, trying to get a second bite of the apple, taking out all of it, leaves it to Berlin. He's just got so much working against him. Berlin, hello. Here's your time to shine, but Tomasi making the moves over towards the A site. Magnum is here, ready and waiting with the setup. That's the Nanostorm still. Paranoia Goes wide, he's holding an off angle. This is really quite aggressive. And Autumn just offsets the movement ever so slightly enough. Flank around Shin. They weren't expecting that one with the TP, but he's only one man. What can he do? Paranoia glides, TP in face.
No way.
No way. No way. Shin. That's monstrous. And Life, he's nowhere near. Sticking this one through. Where's the defuse, but not a clue. Still half on it. Live. Puts him to bed, puts him to rest. Berlin. He's going to get pushed out into the open. He's going to get pushed out into the open.
I mean, the Berlin moments.
Oh my! Berlin, what are you doing?
They are wild.
Oh no, I can feel it, the danger zone. And it's there. FPX now forced to try and do a lot more. Ayang out wide into the open. Lysor, he's found his straggler up onto the opposite side of the map, but really the damage is done. Life has to make a go of it. Wall fades, no one accounting for it. The timing. What happened to backside? Shinny's just on top of the ropes, man.
That's a bonkers play to go for.
This post plant now gets so much more difficult. Lysor, how do you cut up these angles? How do you find the right fights? How do you isolate them? He's not even clearing Shin. Tucked up there, and there was a player ready to swing. Him and Tomazi, dynamic duo.
KC hoping that any stack over towards C would have been dismantled at this point because of all of that rubble pressure.
Feels like they're going to be pivoting into a B, A to B almost, with them opening the door up, but
high-low.
Set everybody out towards C, and the players, they're running away, but they hear it jumping around. Autumn, it's popped off the old high-low setup, not expecting it. The rate's already there. Dizzy avoided, but no, just catching onto him. 15 seconds left, has to deal with this player. He's got the spike in his hands, no teammates. Nowhere near at all. He's got to try and force this fight out. The Ray wins it.
There's
8 seconds. He's going to get this plant down. And it's being covered. Surely no spam. He does. An extension into the round.
Monstrous from the Ray. He's 22 and 11 in the map so far and trying to win this round almost on his own, waiting for the cavalry to arrive.
Horn spotting it, avoiding it. The bullets hailing down onto it, but his head just peeking out and over. No, Ray can't be stopped, man.
People.
No matter what he plays.
Playing like this flex initiator role. Sometimes we'll see him on Duelist, and you can see why when you look at this guy's talent. So many duels here that weren't favored.
You have to respect it. Rendezvous back now, and here comes the C hit. Pressure there. Martin was vulnerable up. There was a nanoswarm at his feet, but now there's a snake bite to try and respond. And a flood defense by FPX is caught. Dizzy missing wide, facing Lysor. He's got his two there. The rate is eager to take the challenge straight to them. He's eager to put an end to the entirety of this series, but a spike has been dropped into the middle of nowhere.
Would they really push through Waterfall here to retrieve the spike? Or is it all a fake?
Subterfuge being thrown into the mix. There's a Haunt to clear the way, but Berlin is back up onto the space, into the angle. An essential kill, but it goes missing. And now Waterfall control is theirs. Autumn is there with a crosshair placement. And White now have to deal with these players. Karmine Corp! It's all down to 1v1. And this is it. Again, continuation of the series, or will it be that slam at dunk? Tomazi wraps it around, 20 seconds left. Spike still not retrieved. Tomazi! He finishes the job. On their feet before you know it.
Despite getting out to an early lead, FPX couldn't hold onto it and ended up losing Lotus 13-10. Once again, I felt like they made some errors on rounds they definitely should have won, but that's not to discredit KC whatsoever. They played really well, especially on attack, and especially Narrate was putting up insane numbers. 300 ACS across both maps would be insane even for a duelist player, let alone someone on Initiator. This means that even though we don't know the exact matchup yet, Karmine will verse another team that wins their first game, while FPX will be in an elimination match against another team that goes 0-1. The second series for the day is Gen.G vs Loud. Loud were probably favoured going into this one, but at least on paper it's a closer matchup than the first game today. The maps for this series are Icebox for Loud, Breeze for Gen.G, and then Ascent as the decider. Looking at the agents for Icebox, Loud are taking the double controller approach with the Harbor, while Gen.G are running the Gecko and KO, which is quickly becoming a popular double initiator combo. Here are some of the highlights for Icebox.
Crediting and complimenting these late round hits. Loud have numbers, but do they have the ability to stop the roll from Gen.G? Already, sight is theirs. It's so comprehensive from Gen.G. Viper's Pit 2, what are you going to do against this?
So many tools there. Hang on, Karen just got warbanged. The pit's down.
Oh
Lockdown's going to expire here, and actually the regress here on Tui's and Cowanzine's ultimate.
Texture, hold on, still in a good position. Oh, the
What?
try fight from Sadak, ridiculous. This is how Loud
gave them the
finally break
lockdown.
this? Okay, and there it is. Gen.G forced to respect it, have to drift away. Still trying to keep eyes towards the spike. Where is this? Great shot towards Tui's. Wants the fob, gets the fob.
He got detained.
Oh no! He just jumped a touch forward. Munchkin now forced to go in it. Has to hold it together. He can't do it. Loud fighting back. He does have his ults, that's not a problem, but a brawl looking to break out. Lackey, the first one forward, finds the scalp of Tui. He's looking for the fob. He's going to get at least an attempt at it, but backups arrived. Caron, Munchkin, all here. Dizzy goes out. Lackey is still buying time. Stanek still putting up numbers though. Body's starting to drop here. Can he do any more damage? Lackey is holding his nerve. I don't know how he's still doing this. Oh, less lovely work from him. But look, you can see the crunch, right? Texture is on the way. Meteor, how long do you hold here? How long are you going to stay
Look at the flank
here?
from Texture.
He's on the way, but...
He's already on the outside of this lockdown.
Oh my word, Meteor. Scary to me.
A little bit curious.
Yeah, don't know what the game plan was there. Mike, did I miss something? Extra could be in for a blinding round. Bear in mind, he could get played in Balakia here as well. There is that opportunity.
This is rough because the pings are coming out. You can see on the minimap here, Nest and Pipes have been pinged.
No idea about Texture.
Oh
How long
my
does he
God.
wait? Does he keep his cool?
He just hard cleared under on the wrong side.
Oh my God, they line up! And he almost knocked him down, but Lakia swings in at that last minute, punishing Kalanzine. This is looking like Loud is on the ropes in map 1 here. Opportunity dwindling, less than 2. He's gonna have to dig deep now.
Yeah, detained. Up on Pipes here, it's less. You're left-standed, but Lakia will fall now.
They need more. That can't be enough, it needs to be more. A 2v3, Spike still in the hands of Tui's, and Let's trying to control the site.
Does have the pip, but obviously the null command going to remove that. Meteor will fall here. Let's going to get another one.
No
He has
way.
indeed. Oh my God.
Yes!
But it's a little bit of a fake. It's pulled Lakia. Is it potentially going to pull Karen as well? They spotted the cross, but Loud immediately drift back towards A.
Because
and look at the map now.
They've been conditioned to respond to this. This is what Loud was doing during those string of rounds. So now it's all on Munchkin. He's trying to play ahead. This is so brave, so bold. He's going to take 1, 2. Oh, I thought a third.
That's
could have
huge,
happened.
though.
But it's massive. The site is open, though. And with Les still alive, there is always going to be a chance.
And he has a pit to play with here. 1 snake bite left. Tui's commits to the plant.
Plants in. First fight. He's got it. The drop down, did he spot it? It doesn't matter. Tui's. He's there. And now just Caron. This guy has to step up. He's got to try and do something. But so much against him. And look at the reposition from Les. So hard to find, and Tui's gonna try and play his life, but Karen takes it away. 1v1. He knows where he is, but what are you gonna do
Les is
about
wrapping
it?
heaven. It's
He's
buying
toying with
so
him.
much time.
But can he get a safe defuse here?
I don't think you can actually get an
Can
angle
he
on
spam
this.
it? Can he stop this? Because Karen ain't stopping. He's going.
No
It's
way!
gonna be 13, and it is Gen.G steal away the 13th round.
There were some insane rounds towards the end there, but Gen.G eventually take Loud's map pick 13-11. Les is looking on another level so far, but unfortunately it wasn't quite enough. Still just an insane performance from him though, which has to be mentioned. On the other side of things, Texture looked incredible on the Jet. Now heading to Gen.G's map pick of Breeze and running a Yoro and Astra, while Loud have a more standard team comp. Here are some of the highlights from Breeze.
Tui's posted up for it.
Oh,
No way.
God.
That timing is ridiculous.
It felt like they were pausing for this. Genuinely, and now can they get away with daylight robbery? No. Very well aware of the possibility of them pushing closer towards the entrance, and is very precise towards the site here for Loud. Again, Munchkin was really the only one coming in with a rifle for Gen.G this round, so he was the only one expected to do a little more perhaps, but again, the post plant very difficult to break. Not gonna have,
Oh my God!
Get out of it, Munchkin, come on now, you're not meant to be doing that.
Right, he's gonna get cleared here.
Oh, from quite far away, so he is on his own. Lovely from Texture, that's what they needed. Get him a third, and maybe there's a little bit of hope, a little bit of something. Patiently carry on one of them. Divide gonna come in. Oh, Kalanzine, the combo with that is just rotten to handle. Texture still trying to be pivotal to the outcome, because Loud are clawing this one back. He's down to a 3v3 now, and he's just out of it, and Les gonna lap
How
that
are
up.
they flipping this?
I don't know, but Meteor just right up in between them now, surrounded on both fronts. Tries to take a fair fight, but there's nothing fair about that. Munchkin now just too late to the party. Tries, and actually might do a little bit of chip damage to Tui's here if he doesn't get himself out of danger. And Tui's taking a lot of damage from
Both
this.
of them.
That's a little surprising, as Munchkin now ready for it, gets it. He gives them the tiniest of margins.
maybe be in a position to punish this.
Can they still be so diligent about it? It gets so dangerous, right? The slow, oh my word, too. He's going to isolate Meteor. That's great. Held at the door, 30 seconds now. They're starting to run low on time, and there's no fallback plan because look at the flank. He pulled the trigger on the first, which I'm surprised by, but it's an issue. They have to clear him somehow.
20 seconds.
They just have to run. You can't stop. There is no stopping now. And QCK, a little short on the day there, just to, needs to. There we go. Does get it through. Spike gonna go down. Nothing should be able to stop that here. Karon's just gonna try and play out his life, buy some time for this. Oh,
it's all coming apart.
Falls, and now there's problems. Now it's down to 2. Texture. Oh
my God!
A chance! A glimmer of hope! Can he hold on to it? Can he do it for his side? Keep them in this game. Oh, a snap, but it goes astray.
Loud really showed up on Breeze, which is typically their permaban map, but they won it this time 13-8. Texture had some wild moments on the Jet, and I genuinely thought he was going to win that clutch at the end. Finally, we come to Ascent for map 3. Loud are throwing a curveball into their typical comp, swapping out the Phoenix for a Yoru. Here are some of the highlights for Ascent.
Well, Sadak can do the same thing again. It's been too easy for Sadak to slow down some of this aggression previously. Once his Fury invested as well.
Oh, but Munchkin ahead of it, catching Sadak on the back pedal. And I'm looking for the lockdown, it's there as well. That's looking like the site is very comfortably theirs, but I'm looking at the spike though. And
well, Karen's TP'd onto B, yeah, this is just a fake around the lockdown.
Oh,
The
and another
invested, but yeah, QCK now looking to try and find some information. The stun on the back of that info and punished by less.
Okay.
The value found here, but Munchkin responds.
And then you got to look at the late positioning coming up from Meteor as well. Good positioning on this. The weird spot that's going to be coming in from Munchkin. This is all, oh my word, Tui's. Backhands him on the way towards the site. Now you look at the backside. This is Karon, the guy who's super clutch, the guy who gets some great work done, and they're doing it right now. Munchkin falls, so now they know where that last player is. Tui's. Can he close the gap? Can he find them? He can, but it doesn't matter. Karon is so sharp with it. They don't know about any of this. They don't know about Munchkin's position, who's just about to get his knife back as well. So that's going to be the grand reveal. Unless he actually gets shoulder checked first. Oh, I guess denied. He doesn't get the full picture. Now Texture. Oh, that's clean from Texture. 2 big hits, 2 headshots. Spike dropped and predicts Tui's just as well.
Oh my
Come
God.
on, Texture. Get another. Show us what you got.
Over towards A side. The Loud commit here? Then they are.
Yeah, the lockdown gonna. What's the plan for the lockdown then? Still that util, open plant. Can they get out in time? Oh, no, Meteor catching him on the cross. Big punish there. Anyone gonna get caught by this too? None detained, but herded away. And look at Meteor, hot on their heels. Lakio who won, down to County in less than 2's. The defuse, it's going on, they can't stop it, Gen.G!
Gen.G won out Ascent quite convincingly 13-5. Karon was insane here on the Omen, while Meteor was also putting up numbers. The change to Loud's team comp didn't really phase him at all, and I wonder if they'll end up sticking with that Breeze double controller on Ascent going forward. We don't know the future matchups just yet, but there you can see how the teams currently stand. We should know the matchups after tomorrow's games though, which are ADG vs FPX and Sentinels vs Team Heretics.